So since it's raining, I thought I'd do a short, well, who am I kidding? This is not going to be a short video. I thought I'd go in a little bit more detail in my pack contents. The last one I went super fast, so this time I thought I'd take a little more time. So first of all, I'm under the tarp that I keep in my pack. Obviously it's raining out here right now, so I needed to be dry. So I've got my pistol belt here. I just took it off while I was lounging in the hammock. And a couple of things that I already have out of my pack. Here's a little custom built first aid kit that I put together. This has bandages, compression bandage, some Tylenol, Advil, chapstick, moleskin, things like that. My USGI poncho, this stays near the top of my pack. That's my rain gear as well as a backup shelter system. My water bottles, I carry a 40-ounce stainless steel clean canteen and a 32-ounce Nalgene and a nesting cup here. So this is a titanium nesting cup. So the nesting cup is one of my cooking or boiling items, and also my stainless steel clean canteen, whatever the fuck that is. Oh, a couple other things. My Baco Laplander saw, that just happened to be in my pocket. This bag here contains all of my rope, cord. I carry a couple of pieces of wire in here. Those come in handy. Actually, they come in handy for setting a couple of my yo-yo traps, things like that. This is the bag that my tarp goes in. I have 2 more titanium tent stakes in here, or these are aluminum tent stakes in here. I carry 5 total aluminum stakes and my tarp. This is my cooking kit. So inside here I have my titanium pot for cooking over the fire. In here I have some antibacterial napkins, some antibacterial soap, another lighter, and that's about it for inside my cooking kit. It's a nice compact little cooking thing. And also in here I have a towel, and inside the towel I have a titanium fork and spoon. The fork and spoon kind of serve as backup to each other, so if I happen to lose one, I'd still have an eating utensil. I'm going to stuff this stuff back in here as I go because I don't have a whole lot of daylight left, and probably this video is going to get long-winded, and when I'm done I'm going to have to run. So that's that. This is my, this is kind of what I call my hardware bag. In this I've started building out a fishing kit. So in here I have fishing line, sinkers, hooks, and a couple of floating little foam bobber things. I'm not much of a fisherman, so I don't know. A little bit of TP. Here's 50 rounds of ammo for my handgun, my 40 Smith & Wesson. Yo-yo traps. I carry 2 of these little yo-yo fishing reels, but actually what I've been playing around with them for is using them to make snares with. Since clearly I don't have a lot of fish in the desert, I carry 2 of those. Then I have plastic bags in here. Those are good for when I do get small game, I can carry the pieces in there. Then I have extra batteries in here for my flashlight and my headlamp. 2 extra sets for each. Stuff that back in there. So that's kind of my hunting game procurement little setup. So you guys can see that badass handgun there. So now we'll go get everything out that's in the top of the pack. So leather work gloves. This is a Leatherman multi-tool. This is my fire making kit. I'll break that down for you guys. Chapstick. This is a small Arkansas whetstone, really fine stone. I have a diamond sharpening stone on my pistol belt that I use, but this is a fine sharpening stone for really getting a little more edge on those blades. My headlamp, I carry it in the top pocket, and also some antibacterial wipes just handy right there. So that takes care of the top pocket. Now we go into here. Here's my food bag. So right now my food list has this up to, it's just a little over 10,000 calories right now, 10,300 and some. Oh, I'll probably have to do a separate video to go into the detail of that. Then this is wool scarf and gloves, like USGI wool glove liners and a USGI wool scarf. So these are just warm things. This time of year, all I use them for is sleeping. Then I have a set of Gore-Tex outer layer, so pants and Gore-Tex top. Now we'll go down into the bottom section of the pack. One of the things I like about this pack is I have these side zippers on here. Alright, so this is my main sleeping insulation system. This is a Sea Line Storm dry bag. It's a little bit lighter than some of their other dry bags. I have a Wiggy's poncho liner. This thing is super warm for its weight. Yeah, I sleep comfortably down to, 20 with a shelter, with a fire, and not all night long or anything, but I can get some rest. Then also in here, I have a down, this is a down jacket, a quilted down jacket. This is an underlayer that I mainly use for sleeping. It's a pretty fragile piece of kit, so mainly I just use it for sleeping in. And I have extra prescription glasses, because I'm blind as a fucking bat without my glasses. 2 pairs of extra wool socks, a extra bandana, and an extra pair of underwear. That kind of takes care of that. And going in here a little deeper, this is a Bivy Bag. This is a Gore-Tex Bivy Bag. So this, in conjunction with my my Wiggy's poncho liner, this is kind of my on-the-ground sleeping system. But also, if I'm sleeping in the hammock, which, by the way, the hammock is not a part of my EDLS inch pack. I just have it out here today because I wanted something comfortable. So I grabbed it from the truck on my way out. But my main sleeping system consists of this bivy sack, this poncho liner, this down jacket, and then the insulating layers that I'm wearing. Today it's still a little bit cool out here, so I've got my thermal underlayers on. Then for a sleeping pad, I use this, it's a 7/8 inch thick closed cell foam pad. It's super light, and it's really, really good. It gives me nice insulation on the ground. It's bomb proof. It can't deflate. I've had a couple of thermarests and put holes in them in the field, and the problem is with one of those self-inflating pads is if you put a hole in it, you don't have anything. So they don't insulate for shit when they go flat and they don't hold air. So I've gone to a closed cell foam pad. It seems to work pretty good. And then, let's see, what else do I have in here? My backup water system. So I carry this large MSR dromedary bag. I'm not sure how many liters it is, but it's if I remember right, it's a little over 1.5 gallons. So between this dromedary bag and my 32-ounce Nalgene and my 44-ounce clean canteen, that gives me a little over 2 gallons water capacity with my system. In the summertime, I actually will leave my vehicle with this either half or all the way full of water as well, depending on how hot it is and how far I've got to go to the next water hole. So currently, as you might notice, I don't have anything for filtering water in my pack. I am considering that. I do have some water purification tablets at home. I just haven't put them in my pack yet. Currently, all I'm doing to purify water is boil it. I went away from a filter, I don't know, last year or something like that, just because of the weight and the bulk of it. My other pack, before I switched to this ILBE pack, I was running out of room in my other pack, so I was really scrunching everything down. But now that I'm in the ILBE, I have some more room to work with, so I'm thinking that that I'll add that filter back in, and then the water purification tablets are a no-brainer. So that's it. That's my system. Hope you guys enjoyed. Oh, a couple other things. You can see I carry this Hill People Gear chest pack, so I do have a few other things in here. Oh, people always bust me on this too when I forget to talk about it. But inside here, I have another flashlight. I have even another water bladder. Right now this is empty because I drank it, but this fits really nicely in here. Then I have a Surefire flashlight. This also has a red light. This has red light. It's an LED red or white light. I use the red light a lot at night. It doesn't mess up my night vision as much. Then I have my compass in here. A little bit of paracord, another bandana, some heartburn medication because I always get heartburn. A Bic lighter. Just some little random things that I want to have nice and handy to use on the trail. So I don't carry my handgun in this. I carry my handgun in my pistol belt. Obviously, also on my pistol belt is my main survival blade, the SE4. A small sharpening steel here, and fire steel, and a small diamond sharpening steel. And then in the pockets I have one spare full magazine for my handgun, and I had a little bit of paracord in here, but I just used it. So normally this little pouch gets full of paracord. So that takes care of that. Oh, fire making kit. So this is my fire kit here. I keep it pretty simple. Bic lighter. I have a total of 3 Bic lighters in my system. One in my pocket, one in my chest pack, and one in my fire making kit. Then I actually even have another lighter inside my cook kit. Then for tinder, I have wet fire tinder, or actually I don't know what the fuck this is called. It's this tinder. It's basically like petroleum jelly coated little swabs, but it's commercial tinder. So I have 4 of those. Then these are the wet fire tinders. I have a couple of those. A backup fire steel with a striker. More tinder. So for tinder I have a total of 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I have 13 tinders in here. And the thought process is that gives me plenty of tinder until I get to the point where I need to, make some natural tinder out of, whatever, punk wood or what I use. Actually, I never use this tinder, so it's just for emergency purposes, because every time I start a fire, I use either sagebrush bark or juniper bark tinder. So that's my kit in its entirety, I think. I probably have forgotten something in there, but I think my pack is empty. The axe, saw, cutting tools. Yeah, I think that covers it, man. Hit me with some comments. It is a work in progress. Oh, one thing I was going to say is, I can't remember his name, but some dude on YouTube told me not to have my first aid kit buried way down deep in my pack. So I have taken his advice, and now I'm carrying my first aid kit in the top pouch, in the lid pouch on my ILBE. So that was a good little tip. That makes total sense to me. And that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed, and I look forward to your comments and flameage and brutality. Anything you want to throw my way. Back up, out.